Hey, Chris, do you know what time it is?
It's time for Below Grade Level.
Yay!
Yay! Hello and welcome to Below Grade Level, the show where we read the books that we read as kids and read them as adults and ruin them. Did I do it right?
I think so.
I think so. I'm one of your hosts, Jonathan Eaton. With me as always is Bekah Eaton.
Hello.
And Chris Zaleski.
Hello.
And joining us to continue reading Boy Crazy Stacy, a Babysitters Club joint, is Angela Montgomery. Hello, Angela.
Hello.
You're weirdly like a returning champion and not a returning champion. You're Schrodinger's guest on our show.
I had a practice run.
Yeah. So if you're listening to all of our episodes, you've heard us talk about the book that we started reading and then abandoned because it was upsetting. And Angela was one of our guests on that episode. So I'm gradually having all those guests back to make up for how horrific that was.
Yes.
And we were just talking about this a little bit, but you've never read Babysitters Club before.
Never. No, they were when I was young enough to read them, they were considered a bad influence.
What?
Yes, because they're boy crazy.
This one would have been a very bad influence.
Okay, this is a bad example.
I would not give this to my daughter to read.
No.
So my mom was right.
Yes.
But
this one specifically.
This one specifically, I don't remember any of the other ones being very particularly boy crazy.
If
anything,
not to this degree, but they're always like, I've got a crush on this person.
Yeah.
I have a crush on this person's brother.
Oh, that's true. They do have, yeah.
But it's not like, and he's also 18.
It's not
and I'm
salacious.
13, and he knows I'm 13, and is giving me gifts.
If anything, they're entrepreneurs. Like,
yeah,
it's pretty empowering. I feel like.
Okay.
For they're little businesswomen. They should have called it Little Businesswomen.
I would have been allowed to read that. Little House on the Prairie, Little Businesswomen.
Little Businesswomen. One of them dies.
Tragically, of syphilis.
Which is really weird because they're babysitters. What did you? I feel like we probably talked about this when we recorded last time, which might not ever see the light of day. What did you read growing up? What was like Did you read any book series?
I read a lot of Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys.
Nice.
And Agatha Christie.
Okay.
Things like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
We were talking about doing a Hardy Boys.
Yes.
I've never read any of them.
Yeah.
I don't think John has either.
I have never read them. We did read a Nancy Drew last year,
Ooh.
and it had a robot in it, and...
Ooh, was it like the robot butler?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
called the
remember
Crooked
that.
Banister.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my god.
That was fun.
It was high tech.
Yeah.
I know, it was like
It
written...
had tapes.
Yeah, it was like a reel-to-reel robot.
I think it was written in 1974. It was written in the 70s, but we realized at one point that like they just never like aged her up. So it was written in the 70s, but I think it took place in probably like the 40s.
Yeah.
Like it was very antiquated and old-timey for when it was written, except that there was a robot in it.
They
was
made a
awesome.
lot of sense.
Yeah.
My daddy is a lawyer.
I know. I was just thinking, like, we definitely need to
We
have
need
you
to
back.
do another one because I liked hearing that voice.
Daddy.
That was a good character voice.
Yeah. Yeah, we made her transatlantic, and every time she talked to her dad.
Yikes.
Well, Bekah, do you want to catch Angela and the listeners up on what happened last time on Boy Crazy Stacy?
Sure. The parents fuck off to dinner, as they are wont to do. The babysitters take the kids to Burger Garden, which we shortened to Burg Garden.
Burg Garden.
Even still, that was hard to say. I didn't write down any details from it because nothing really happened. There were like, it just looked like there was a big tree that had prizes.
Yeah.
And
there was
people were dressed like animals, I think.
Yeah, there were animals. It was like knockoff Mickey Mouse, knockoff Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
and
but also they were serving you burgers.
Yeah, and one of the kids won like 4 free meals, which is an insane amount of food to win as like a free prize.
Yeah. Sorry.
As a kid. That's weird.
Yeah.
Mary-Anne is sunburned again. Probably not important, but not a lot is happening in this book, so I'm writing it all down.
Yeah.
Stacy sees from afar the mother boy helper talking to Mary-Anne on the beach. And while they were at the beach, there was a shark sighting, but it was, I guess, a tiny shark and swam away. I thought it was going to be like a kid with a fake fin on his back, but it was a shark, just not one to like get concerned about.
Yeah.
Scott is being super disgusting and calling Stacy love and honey and other things I didn't write down. And I wrote this down wrong. I wrote Stacy is neglecting her lifeguard duties. I meant babysitting.
She really is, though.
So yeah, she's like fully leaving Mary-Anne alone to deal with everything and was being a bitch to her. And then the mother boy helper came over again to help Mary-Anne. Scott gave Stacy his whistle as a trinket token of his affection.
She's like, oh, his lips were on it.
And then the next day is a bad weather day. It was just cloudy. It wasn't even raining. It was just a cloudy day, so they were all being little bitches and staying inside the house. And then the parents decided to go to Smithtown, which sounds like Jamestown, like Colonial Williamsburg.
Yeah, we were into it.
And Mary-Anne really wanted to go, but then none of the kids did, so she didn't get to go. I felt so bad for her.
We also wanted to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded cool.
I'd love to go. So then they go to mini golf, and that wasn't very interesting either. And Mary-Anne and Stacy were writing letters back to like Kristy or Dawn or whoever, and they're both secretly mad at each other.
I was happy that Mary-Anne like stood up for herself and was like, "You're not working."
Yeah, you're both getting paid the same.
Yeah, it's the whole reason you're here. All right, well, let's get into it. Chapter 9. It's a letter. As part of a letter. Sunday. Dear Mary-Anne and Stacy, you will not... Ooh, who is this from? It's Kristy. Dear Mary-Anne and Stacy, you will not believe what happened while I was taking care of David, Michael, Andrew, and Karen this morning. David Michael, for astute listeners, is Kristy's little brother that, for some reason, I remember... He's very serious, so
we called him a tiny businessman.
Called him a tiny businessman, and all I can picture is like a little child in a suit.
Yeah, and a tiny briefcase.
Yeah. In my head, he sounds like Kevin from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes. Yep. That's exactly
perfect.
It. It was a babysitter's nightmare. It all began when Watson told us he wanted his car washed. This is a warning, you guys. Never, never, ever, ever, ever let little kids wash a car by themselves. This should be a Babysitters Club rule. ... Kristy Thomas had been getting an awful lot of mail from Claudia. Are we, like, cutting away to Kristy?
Oh, I guess.
Oh, no, she's narrating. Not. It's still Stacy narrating about the letter that she got from Kristy.
Is it?
She's just thinking about Kristy, I guess.
Okay. I got excited. I was like, I'm so done with Stacy. Kristy Thomas had been getting an awful lot of mail from Claudia and Dawn and Mary-Anne and me. Oh, yeah. At least 3 postcards every day? Jesus Christ. And finally, Mary-Anne and I got a letter from her. Believe it or not, we were all babysitting. I do believe it. You have a club that is called the Babysitters Club. It is literally the only thing you guys do.
Wait, is it Kristy with a Y or an I? God, I should
Y.
know that. Okay. Oh, fuck.
Well, there is technically an I in there.
Well,
first.
You know what I meant.
Back in her old neighborhood in California, Dawn was sitting for some of the family she used to sit for. Claudia and her family had traveled to an isolated mountain resort. Although it was quiet, the perfect place for Mimi to recover from her stroke.
Oh,
Jesus
Mimi.
Christ. Mimi is Claudia's grandmother who had a stroke.
Okay, cool.
There is... What's so funny is at the beginning of the book is like exposition in case you forgot anything. And then in the middle, it's just like, by the way, just throwing all these characters and names at you.
Cool. Yeah, but Mimi was driving, so she couldn't be that bad.
Yeah. A lot of other families were staying there too. Claudia had sat for a couple of them. Of course, was this a thing to like go on vacation and then find a child at the place you're vacationing to be like, can you babysit my kids?
Yeah, it's called parentification.
Is that real?
That's when you parent your parents. Not when you parent your parents' kids.
When you force your oldest kid to parent your younger kids.
But doing that to strangers instead. Yeah. It's weird.
What I don't understand is that it feels like a rich neighborhood, Like, Kristy literally lives in a mansion.
Yeah.
Why is she doing any of this? I guess she's pretty stubborn and headstrong.
Yeah.
But still, that's a lot more work than I wanted to do as a 13-year-old.
It's way more work. And, like, also during the summer, like, on vacation, like, oh, we're traveling.
More work
we're
than I
on
want to do as a
vacation.
40-year-old.
We're at a resort.
Yeah.
I better find some children to sit.
Yeah, I need to find some work while I'm here.
God. Of course Kristy was in Babysitter's Heaven. She was the only club member left in Stony Brook, so she had all our clients to herself. Lucky. But her most memorable babysitting job during the 2 weeks we were apart was not for another family, but for her very own stepsister and stepbrother, 6-year-old Karen and 4-year-old Andrew, and her little brother, David Michael. Kristy's long letter told us about the entire incident. It began on Sunday morning when Watson Brewer, that's her stepdad, announced that he and Elizabeth, Kristy's mom, were going to spend the day at an estate auction. The day?
Maybe they have to drive.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
guess
they're hitting
one
a few
estate isn't
auctions.
enough for Watson.
Kristy didn't know what that was and didn't ask. Just like Jonathan.
That's some
That's-
good writing right there.
That's amazing. That's for us,
Then
the
her-
adults.
Then her older brothers, Sam and Charlie, announced that they were going back to the old neighborhood to visit friends for the day. I guess you're in charge then, Kristy, said her mother. Can you babysit? Sure, Kristy replied. She turned to David Michael, Karen, and Andrew. What do you guys want to do today? I'm busy, said David Michael. Lenny Papadakis is having a dog show. I'm entering Louie. Hey, do you want to come with me? Yes, said Karen and me. No, said Andrew, an idiot.
Lenny Papadakis is having a dog show.
Yes. I want to go to... Can we cut to
These
that?
are
I
some
want-
industrious little kids in this town.
I know.
That sounds like an indie movie.
Yeah. Oh my god. No, said Andrew. Andrew likes Louie all right, but he's afraid of most other dogs. Karen, you can go to the dog show with Dave and Michael, Kristy told her. You could play with Hanny. Hanny, Lenny's younger sister, is a friend of Karen's. All right, who gives a shit? That's okay. I'll stay with Andrew. David Michael looked a little hurt, but didn't say anything.
David Michael.
They let him go to the dog show alone?
He can handle it. He's a businessman.
That's so sad. Watson spoke...
I'll put milk bones in my briefcase.
He puts a hat on and gets in like a Power Wheel and drives off.
And when he sits down, he goes, "Damn it, I'm late."
Sorry, I have to yawn, and I was trying not to, but that only makes me want to yawn more.
I'm sorry. Is this book boring you?
Ooh, no. Watson spoke up then. I've got a job to be done. You know how people talk.
That is the way a human man talks.
He said,
Yeah.
I need someone to wash the Ford. Oh, we'll do it, shouted Karen. Can we use the hose and those big sponges? We'll do a great job, Daddy. Andrew and Kristy and I. We'll get your car cleaner than anything. How old is this bitch again?
Like 4?
Karen.
I don't think it's.
Wait, I thought you just said it's 6. She's 6.
Oh. 4, 6.
The Ford is no big deal as cars go.
Oh,
Yeah, fuck you, Ford
damn.
owners. In fact, it's sort of an emergency car. It's this old black thing that Watson used to drive years and years ago. He keeps it parked in a shed at the back of the property. In his garage are a red sports car and a fancy new car and the Thomas's green station wagon. So 4 cars.
4 cars.
And
Yeah,
she's
sure.
working for a living. She's working as a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
He says you never know
It's
when
like,
you...
I can't afford to give you an allowance. I spent it all on the 4 cars.
Yeah. He says you never know when you might need it. Kristy pointed out, though, that in all the time she's known Watson, he's washed the Ford twice and driven it once. How dirty can it be in a garage?
And you never know when you might need it. You have 4 cars, and 2 of you can drive.
Well, maybe there's a hooligan in town that wants to slash all his fucking car's tires, and I wouldn't blame them.
Or he's just sentimental about it.
Yeah,
But she
You'd still
didn't
have
care.
your Scirocco if you could.
I would.
Car washing would be a good project for Andrew and Karen. So before everyone left that day, Watson drove the Ford out of the shed and parked it in the drive. Then he and Kristy's mother drove off in the sports car. Sam and Charlie drove off in the station wagon, and David Michael led Louis, his fur-brushed, his special plaid collar in place, over to the Papadakis'.
Oh my god, please, let's cut to that.
Well, said Kristy to Karen and Andrew, should we start? Yay, yay, Karen jumped up and down. Okay, said Kristy. First off, we put on our bathing suits, then we get everything we're going to need. 20 minutes later, the three of them were standing on the drive amid buckets, sponges, cloths, and soap. All right, Andrew, let her rip, called Kristy. Andrew twisted the nozzle of the hose. A fine spray shot out, but they had no more than gotten the hood of the car wet when David Michael came slowly up the driveway with Louis. Louis was limping and David Michael was crying.
No!
Kristy dropped her sponge and ran over to them. David Michael, what happened? She exclaimed. David Michael could barely speak. I sobbed. At the dog show, hiccup, a big dog came and he growled at Louis, and Louis growled back, and the dog showed his teeth, and Louis showed his teeth, and the big dog ran at Louis, and Louis ran away and cut his foot on something. Kristy examined Louis's foot.
Jesus
Sure enough,
Christ.
the pad was bleeding. The cut looked pretty big. Well, said Kristy, we better bring Louis inside and figure out what to do. Come on, you guys, she said to Andrew and Karen. No, we want to wash the car, cried Karen. We could do it ourselves, really.
No, you can't.
Think they put the hose on the inside of it?
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Kristy looked doubtfully at the kids. Then she thought, what could go wrong? It's a black car. If they don't get it very clean, no one will notice.
That's not
Nobody
true.
cares about that car anyway.
Have you heard of pollen?
Will you remember to keep the windows closed? She asked. Yes. And don't spray anything but the car. Okay. And don't rinse out the sponges in the garden. The soap will kill the plants. We won't. After a few more instructions, dear God. After a few more instructions, Kristy took Louis and David Michael inside. She spread out a towel for Louis and gave David Michael some lemonade. Then she tried to clean Louis's paw. I think we'd better call the vet, she said after a few minutes. Maybe Dr. Smith will make a house call. Dr. Smith, of course, did not make house calls.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Obviously. So Kristy began phoning around the old neighborhood, trying to track down Charlie since he could drive, but he wasn't answering his phone. What old neighborhood? What?
They moved into Watson's house at some point in the
Oh.
series.
Their
Okay.
their mom, I don't know where if their dad's dead or what, but like their single mom was dating this guy Watson who they hated.
He's a Disneyland dad.
Oh, Disneyland
yeah,
daddy. That's
he's
right.
somewhere.
Yeah. And then they got married, and then they moved out of their house into Watson's because he's fucking rich and he's got a
Okay.
mansion
And extra cars. Cool.
and
Yes,
many cars.
many cars.
Many cars.
While she was on the telephone, she noticed that Karen and Andrew ran in and out of the house a couple of times, but she didn't pay much attention. Kristy finally reached Charlie at his friends, the Ackermans, and he said he'd come right home. So Kristy made one more call to the vet to say that Louis would be on his way out there soon. Then she decided she'd better check on Karen and Andrew. She went out the back door and approached the car from behind. It was just afternoon and the sun was shining brightly. The Ford was gleaming.
Oh, that's a good sign.
We're done, Kristy, cried Andrew. Yep, we sure are, said Karen. I bet the car has never looked so shiny.
Did they put olive oil on it?
Oh God.
Kristy had to agree. The car looked shiny, all right.
Oh,
In
no.
fact, it looked kind of ... silvery.
What?
Kristy's heart sank, but she managed to ask, "What did you two wash this car with?" "Oh," said Karen proudly, "we didn't use the sponges. They were no good. We used something better. These. Daddy always uses them to get pot shiny." Oh no! Karen held out 2 pieces of steel wool.
No.
Oh, you idiots!
I can't believe children were even playing with that, or maybe there's something wrong with me. Steel wool feels terrible to touch.
Steel wool is awful to touch, and also they're very small.
And the sound it would make.
How
Ugh.
much steel
My
wool
teeth.
could they have gone through to wash a car?
To make it all silvery.
Oh.
You know, the stakes would be higher if this was the sports car.
Yeah.
Also, they got that, they like scraped all the paint off really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably
It's just a bunch of tiny
flecks.
scratches, yeah.
Yeah.
This is how I feel. Oh no! murmured Kristy. At last she dared to inspect the car closely. It was covered with big silver gray patches where the paint had been scrubbed away. You guys! Kristy shouted. You took the paint off! You can't wash a car with steel wool! Your dad wanted the Ford clean, not naked! Oh no! What are we gonna do? Kristy was a nervous wreck. As the afternoon wore on, Charlie came home and drove Louie and David Michael to the vet. Kristy cleaned up the mess in the driveway. She got herself, Karen, and Andrew dressed again. Louie returned with 3 stitches in his paw. Damn.
Aww.
A big-ass gash. Poor little dog. And then, Watson and Kristy's mom came home. They'd bought 2 crystal champagne glasses at the estate sale, which they brought inside and showed off proudly.
That's it?
Look at our new glasses!
They bought 2 glasses.
We bought 2 of them.
They spent all day there.
We spent all day there.
And children love champagne. They'll be totally impressed.
And those people died, and so we bought their glasses.
The rest of it was shit.
It was terrible. Everything else was bad except for these 2 glasses. Watson, Kristy began just as Watson said, how did the car washing go? This is the voice I'm locked into. We didn't look at the Ford yet. Why would you say that? Kristy, Karen, and Andrew glanced at one another guiltily. I think you'd better look now. They all trooped outside. Kristy explained what had happened. Oh, no! Gasped Kristy's mother. Watson turned slightly pale. I'm really sorry, said Kristy. I should have been watching the kids more closely. I'm afraid I have to agree with you, replied Watson.
There was a dog bleeding all over his house.
I know.
Dick.
But it's his Ford.
And it's his own stupid children.
Yeah.
It wasn't even her and David Michael.
Yeah. I know you had an emergency, but you were in charge, and you should have been keeping a closer eye on them. In a way, it's all right, though. See, I'd been thinking of having the car painted. I've always wanted a purple car. I love the Joker. He's a personal hero of mine. I'm a problematic man. But there was no real excuse to paint the Ford since we hardly ever drive it.
But you're rich, though.
I know.
Do you need an excuse
Do
to
you
do
need
stupid
The
bullshit?
car at all?
Now I have an excuse. Paint the car, repeated Karen with a gleam in her eye. Can Andrew and I paint it? That would be fun. Watson, Kristy, and Kristy's mother fixed their eyes on her. No, said Kristy's mother. Absolutely not, said Watson. When chickens have lips, said Kristy. She did a little snap thing because of what a good burn that she did.
Wait.
When chickens have lips.
What does that mean?
Like when
what's
pigs can
hard
fly.
to understand about that?
Every single word in the sentence.
They will never have lips, so never.
What was the first part? I'm so sorry. Someone texted
Karen
me.
wanted to paint the car. She asked if she could paint the car.
Yeah. Oh, and Kristy said when chickens
And
have
chickens
lips.
have lips. And that was the end of the car wash.
Okay. Once again,
That's how the chapter
I've
ended.
never-
That wasn't me.
it literally said that.
Yes.
I have never heard anyone say when chickens have lips.
Me neither, but I figured it out from context.
Well, I guess you're just a genius then.
I guess I am.
Ooh.
Chapter 10. K dash son. Noth new to rept. Kids fine. B. Still afraid of H2O hyphen S.
Who's afraid of water?
One of the kids
Like,
that
Oh, one of
is
the
his name Byron?
Byron, one of the Pike kids.
One of the Pike kids. We're
was
back
afraid of water.
we're back to Sea City.
Stacy is like, I will not spare a single letter when I could be spending time staring at this adult
I
man.
was just gonna say, like, what is this, a telegram?
Yeah.
Kristy, stop.
Stop.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck, she's
All right.
paying by the letter.
New letter. Okay, and then she writes a real one to Claudia. Stacy, you're a bitch.
God, I hate
Sunday. Dear Claudia, the most awful, humiliating thing in the world has happened. I can't believe it. I feel like such a jerk. Mary-Anne tried to warn me about Scott, but I wouldn't listen. She told me he was older. He also told you he was older. She told me this. She told me that, and I wouldn't listen. Oh, I'm such a jerk. I guess I've run out to room. I'll tell you the rest in the next postcard. Love, Stace.
Run out of room.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
She's stupid.
She's dumb.
I had to write 3 more postcards. Not just a letter. 3 more postcards. But if a friend sent me 4 postcards worth of gossip, that would be so fucking incredible.
That's true.
Please send me postcards.
This is just reminding me of a recent, I don't remember when it was. It might have been chain letter. That
when Chris wanted people to write him, or he didn't want it, but then Joe threatened to write him one.
Well, yeah, Chris, you said no one's
that.
ever written you a letter.
Yeah.
What?
That's tragic.
I think I had a pen pal in elementary school, but that was like a school thing.
Where were they from?
I don't fucking know. I don't remember.
I got a letter from a pen pal today.
What?
Oh, that's nice.
Where are they from?
Washington.
State or District of Columbia?
State.
I had a pen pal, and she stopped writing me back, but we're also Facebook friends, so I'm like, bitch. I guess I can see what's going on in your life, but I enjoyed the letters more.
Oh, I remember when that was happening.
Yeah.
That was recently.
Recently, like probably 6 years ago, but yeah.
God, what is time?
God, I don't know.
I've never had a pen pal. I feel very left out.
Aw.
Chris, can I write you a letter?
Fine.
We'll give you his address.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to consent.
I have enough mail.
Mail goes one way. He can't control it. He
I'll
has
put
to
a bill
receive
in
it.
there just to make you feel better.
I gotta find myself a pen pal.
Yeah. I need a new one.
Anybody's pen pal.
But I also kind of feel like I won pen pals
Because you're the last one.
because she never wrote me back.
Oh, you
I was
definitely
the last
won.
one.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
like balls out of my court, but also she doesn't want to write to me anymore, so that's sad. But
you
I still feel like I
literally
won.
had the last word.
I did.
Waka waka.
Oh my god.
Okay. I had to write 3 more postcards in order to tell Claudia the whole story. See, what had happened was completely unexpected. At least it was unexpected to me. We'd been in Sea City just over a week. I was having the time of my life. Okay, so it's been about a week. It's been a week.
Okay.
I'm just writing that down because I have no idea what time is in this book.
I have no idea what time is in real life.
That's true, yeah.
That certainly isn't helping. My hair was about 2 shades lighter thanks to the sun, the salt, and of course my bottle of Sun-In. They're calling it sunlight, but we all know what it is. My skin was turning nice and brown. I had actual tan lines on the edges of my bikini. I also had another new bikini. I bought it on the main drag one afternoon. By main drag, I think they just mean boardwalk, but whatever.
Yes.
It was pink with palm trees and parrots all over it.
Yeah, but how skimpy is it? Because we got a lot of description last
I
time.
don't want to know because she's
Oh, dear.
13.
Or maybe they mean like the Sensations or whatever on
Yes.
Ocean Highway or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. I feel like it's safer for them to walk around the boardwalk than Ocean Highway.
Yeah, I agree. Or like,
But I don't know. I've never been to Sea City, New Jersey.
I'm thinking of like, where was that other place that we went to? Bethany Beach.
Yeah.
Because there was
That
like,
place was...
I don't remember
small,
if there
that
was a
little shopping
boardwalk, but
area.
there was like a little kind of town square-ish thing that had a lot of like stuff in it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a boardwalk, but yeah.
I don't know.
know.
Mary-Anne had gotten rid of her sunburn, but she didn't have much of a tan. The fucking loser. The only thing that happened when she sat in the sun was that her skin turned sort of blotchy and pink. Aw, she's like you.
Yeah, just like me. Get under an
Turned
umbrella, you
pinker
bitch.
than red. So she covered up on the beach and stayed under the umbrella as much as possible. She's
Good.
learning.
Smart. She's a smart one.
I wasn't having a bit of trouble with my diabetes either. I'd been able to stay on my
Forgot
diet.
about the diabetes.
Me too.
14-year-old has diabetes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a plot point in one of the books.
Okay.
It was a huge
Okay.
secret.
And it still
no.
kind of is.
That's what I was going to say.
They've like really shamed diabetes in these books.
It really, like, even in this book, she's been like, not everyone knows.
Yeah.
Not everyone knows why I have to eat the way I do.
Well, and like the Pike parents are like, or the mom was cooking for her and is like, is this okay for you to eat?
Yeah.
Stacy?
Which is insane, because she should have prepared.
Yeah.
Embarrassing her in front of everybody.
And also, like, she could eat a fucking omelet. Yeah. Like, Jesus Christ.
You're employing a diabetic child, so
we put sugar in our omelets in this house.
Maybe get some food for this, diabetic 13-year-old.
Jesus.
We call it a sweet sunrise.
Ew. Disgusting.
One time, we have
illegal.
Yeah. We have a board game called Competition Kitchen, or card game, really. And it's
I know the story, so I'm gonna get another drink.
Okay. It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity rules, where like one of you is a critic or whatever. I don't know. Like, the person judging judges, and everyone else playing is like a chef. And so you draw random cards, and you draw like a protein, a vegetable, whatever. And it's fun because it's like Iron Chef kind of. You have to use your imagination, like pitch your meal. So you have all these cards with ingredients on them, and then there's a theme. And so then you have to like use the cards you have and the theme and be like, I'm going to make this. So we were playing one time, and the cards I drew, I can't remember what any of them were except for two. And one of them was eggs and one of them was vanilla. and I have been, this is years ago, and I have been shamed for years for trying to pitch vanilla scrambled eggs. And I get it. I'm sorry, what? Bekah just yelled "disgusting" from the kitchen.
That would need sugar.
I don't disagree. That is disgusting, but you literally, those were the cards I was dealt. I don't know what else I was supposed to do.
All right,
a cake. I just figured it out.
What?
Bekah,
you could have just made a cake.
Yeah.
Eggs and vanilla. I should have just made a cake.
Or a breakfast pastry of some sort.
Son of a bitch.
Anything baked?
Anything baked.
Or a custard or something.
Or a custard. Nope, I went straight savory with vanilla.
Omelet. Vanilla.
Vanilla omelet.
A vomelet.
Western omelet with vanilla.
Yeah, Chris is right. It is a vomelet.
Yep.
Perfect.
I'd been able to stay on my diet, and my mother had only called twice to see how I was doing. The Pike kids hadn't paid any more attention to that than they had to the fact that I never joined them in ice cream or candy or breakfast donuts. The best thing, though, was Scott. The bad weather had cleared up, and I saw him both Friday and Saturday. On Saturday, Mr. and Mrs. Pike decided to go to Atlantic City for the day, so Mary-Anne and I were on our own with the kids. Again.
I need one day where they have spent any time with their own children.
None. 0 days.
Well, I mean, adults in these books, other than like Mimi, they're kind of like Charlie Brown adults.
Yeah, but you can do that with the kids at home.
Yeah.
Leave the kids at home and go by yourself.
Way cheaper. More money to
go
gamble.
somewhere nicer.
Yeah.
Just the two of you.
But by the end of the day, she practically wasn't speaking to me. She accused me of spending too much time with Scott.
Sure.
Personally, I think she was jealous. And if I were Mary-Anne, I'd have been jealous too. That nerdy
Stacy.
mother's helper had been hanging around her endlessly, and the two of them were always doing stuff with the kids, like building sandcastles or collecting shells to make a moat around the towels and umbrellas.
That sounds cool. That's fun.
Isn't that what they're getting paid to do?
Uh-huh. Yup.
Okay.
Mary-Anne says I'm not spending enough time with the children, but I am doing something important when I'm on the beach. I post myself by the lifeguard stand and watch the kids when they're in the water, and Adam and Jordan are in the water non-stop. I can't help it if Scott talks to me every now and then, or asks for a soda or something.
Oh my god. Stacy,
Sweetheart,
kidding
he said to
nobody.
me on Saturday afternoon, did anyone ever tell you you're beautiful? Immediately, my heart began to beat faster. My basement was flooded.
Oh, no.
Child.
No,
Child.
I replied, which wasn't quite true. My parents are always telling me I'm beautiful, but they don't count. A blonde-haired, blue-eyed, tanned, muscled 18-year-old hunk certainly counts, though.
I wish she was like, yeah, my mother.
Yeah. My mother.
My parents tell me I'm beautiful every day.
And then he'd be like, oh, right, you're a child.
Yeah.
I feel ill.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Scott smiled down at me. He started to say something, but then suddenly he jumped up, blowing his whistle. Fleet, fleet! You're too far out! Fleet, too far out! What were you going to say? I asked him when the excitement was over.
Oh my god.
Oh, replied Scott. You're the greatest. See, I thought he wants to say more, but he's just too shy.
Yes, this teenage lifeguard hunk is a shy person.
He seems
Yeah,
incredibly
he sounds
shy.
very
All he's doing is extorting you for sandwiches and sodas.
Every summer, a new babysitter to bring me sodas.
It's a good life.
Mm-hmm.
I wished Mary-Anne had been saying a little more. Later that afternoon, when I asked if she wanted a soda, she just shrugged. I'll go back to the house and get you a really cold one, I offered.
Come
No
on,
thanks.
Mary-Anne. Bringing people sodas is her love language.
Right?
One thing she's good at.
Acts of service. Or
Well-
gift giving. Maybe that's a crossover.
Yeah. I kind of get it.
Well,
Oh,
I'm going
you do
get
like
one
to
for
fetch
you.
things.
I do.
Wait, is she allowed to have soda if she's diabetic?
No. Well,
I guess you could have diet soda.
yeah, diet soda.
Sugar
Okay.
free.
Okay. I paused. Then, see you, I said. Those were the last words we spoke to each other for the rest of the afternoon.
Damn.
Pretty harsh.
That is.
Mr. and Mrs. Pike returned from Atlantic City in a
That
great
warrants an
mood,
entire
I
postcard.
bet they did.
drunk off their asses.
Yeah.
How would you like the evening off? Oh, wait, Mrs. How would you like the evening off, Mrs. Pike asked Mary-Anne and me. We'd love it, I said. I tried to sound excited, but it was hard with Mary-Anne so mad at me. Why don't you change out of your bathing suits right now, Mrs. Pike went on. We'll let you off the hook until 10 o'clock tonight. You can join us for dinner at 10 o'clock.
At 10? What are they, Spanish?
They're very European.
Yeah.
What gender is Nikki?
Boy.
We're going back to Burger Garden so I can get my free meals, interrupted Nikki.
Oh, yeah.
Or you can go somewhere on your own, Mrs. Pike finished. We'll think about it while we change, I said. Come on, Mary-Anne.
We flew upstairs to our room. Mary-Anne, please don't be mad, I said. It's only 5 o'clock. We have 5 whole hours to ourselves. We could go to the boardwalk, eat supper, hang around,
Supper.
shop, look for boys, get them drinks, make them sandwiches, acts of service. Mary-Anne began to look a teeny.
They could get old-timey photos.
They can get old-timey photos.
Get their name on a little grain of rice and a necklace.
Yeah, like a henna tattoo.
Yeah.
Get
a hermit crab.
get some shells braided into their hair.
And get a Big Johnson t-shirt.
Yeah.
A Big
Or a
Johnson t-shirt.
spray painted t-shirt.
What's a Big Johnson t-shirt?
Google
Have
it.
you never been to Ocean City?
If you have to ask.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Clearly you're not
pretty
cool enough to
self-explanatory.
understand.
is it what it sounds like? I need
It's just
to.
a stupid brand that
Oh.
sounds like a dick.
Like fairly tame, but still kind of lewd cartoons on them.
Okay.
Like just picture. I don't know if you had uncles like this. Just picture an uncle
Yeah.
from your youth,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Okay. And it just says Big Johnson on it.
There's also
Or-
a Krabby Dicks, but that's probably more of a Baltimore.
Or an
Centric
MR
thing.
Ducks
Yeah.
polo.
Yeah, MR
Holy
Duck.
shit. Mary-Anne began to look a teeny bit interested, and by the time our bikinis...
I identify as having a Big Johnson. That's what this shirt says.
Not subtle. But perfect for the boardwalk.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a real big hit.
Yeah.
13-year-old
That's why I only wear Tiny Richard shirts.
Tiny Richards. They're gonna go get an airbrush shirt with just a big fucking tie-dye weed leaf on it.
Yeah.
Now I want boardwalk fries. God damn it.
I know. I want to go to the boardwalk and buy all the stupid shit we just talked about.
Look, we said this before. This book is making me want to go to Ocean City,
Yeah.
and Ocean City sucks.
We need,
But I wanna
need to
go.
do a dumb friend trip to stupid Ocean City.
It would be so fun.
Your ass is
Pretend
at
we're-
skee ball.
Oh, shit. Oh. I'm not too bad at skee ball.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
I have beginner's luck, I think, except I've been playing it forever. But I just get lucky.
Angela, have you been on the haunted house ride in Ocean City?
Fuck yes.
Oh my god. I want to go on it again so bad, but I think I said this last time. Like, I know if I did, I would break my back because it's been so long and I'm older and
we'll take muscle relaxers. You'll be fine.
That's true.
Better. And in October, they have real actors wandering around inside it.
What?
Which is fucking terrifying.
That's awesome.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that, though. I went to... God, fuck, what was it? Was it Fort Howard?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Well, but that does a haunted house. I know of it.
You Baltimore people. Is it Fort Howard that I'm thinking of, where it's like giant park grounds, but then also there's like fort pieces, and there's like the dungeons that you can walk around in?
Never been.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
I definitely just
Jason's
went.
Woods, Eastern State Penitentiary, Kim's Crypt.
I took
Hold on. Fort Howard was it was a really nice park. Like, we would just go to the regular park part of it during, summer and whatever. But they did a haunted house thingy in October, and I remember doing that, and I just hated it so much.
Yeah.
I don't like being scared. We went to Eastern State Penitentiary, which was 1,000 times more scary. But even at Fort Howard, we were just like standing in line, and someone's got a fake chainsaw, and they like hold it to your legs, and I hated it.
Yeah.
And then you go through the dungeons, and everything's like blacklight, neon, and dumb bullshit. Walking through those dungeons, full daylight, going in those dark, creepy ass dungeons is 1,000 times scarier than the stupid black light. But I still hated it.
I remember we went to Eastern State for Halloween once.
I don't think my blood pressure's ever been so high.
No, you were like never fucking again ever.
Yeah. If there was a way to have tapped out of that, I would have.
I know.
But there didn't seem to be a way to stop.
I felt very bad.
It was unpleasant.
Let's see. She looked a tiny bit interested. By the time our bikinis were off.
Oh my.
Hello. We had showered, and our boardwalk clothes were on. She was actually speaking to me. We selected our outfits carefully.
I was just wondering what they were going to wear and trying to remember what I would have worn. I would have worn khaki shorts and like a white tank top with like something beachy on it.
Okay.
And hemp bracelets.
Obviously.
Hemp bracelet, hemp necklace.
Yeah.
And this is literally pulling from memory.
Yeah.
Choker necklace, though?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my God. Angela, I found one that I had made in middle school or high school at my parents' house recently, and I took it home. It's got little wooden beads on it.
Aww.
It's the swirly pattern, too. It's not even just the flat kind.
Yeah.
That's so hot. You would get so many lifeguards wearing that.
Oh my God. I should wear it when we go on our friend trip.
Yes.
Oh my God, yes. All right, well, do you want to know what Stacy's wearing?
I really do.
All right. We selected our outfits carefully. Who knew who we might see on the boardwalk at night? Cute guys, ... Scott, ... I put on a white cotton vest over a pink cotton dress and tied a big white bow in my hair so that it flopped over to the side of my head.
What the fuck?
What year is this again? That sounds very Blossom.
It does.
Yeah.
That's very early 90s.
Is a vest like t-shirt vest? Like
Yeah, white cotton vest? Like a sweater vest?
I mean, I wore a vest when I was a child because 90s and
yeah,
dork,
but not a white cotton.
but not
That
cotton.
just seems like bullshit.
It was like a white brocade, denim one. The one that I had. It felt like a not wallpaper, like curtain material.
Yeah, cotton is the part that's really throwing me.
Yeah.
87.
87? All right. Mary-Anne couldn't find anything of her own that she really liked, so I loaned her my yellow pedal pushers.
Cute.
What's that?
Shoes.
Oh, okay.
Capri.
Oh.
Capris.
Yellow pedal pushers, a yellow and white striped tank top. That's a lot of yellow.
Yeah.
And an oversized white jacket. That's a lot of yellow and white.
That is 80s.
It's the beach, Jonathan.
You're gonna look like a fucking lemon out there.
She's gonna look like a nighttime construction worker, like high vis.
Nighttime
She's gonna be glowing.
Worker. She is gonna be glowing. Oh boy. We
also just back to my own
Yes.
childhood.
Yes.
I remember at some point laser pointers were a huge fucking thing. Like they just invented laser pointers.
I was thinking about
that boardwalk
today.
was full of laser pointers. Like everyone that stayed in the hotels must have spent the entire night shining down laser pointers all over the ground.
I was driving to work this morning and it was dense fog, and I was thinking for some reason, there's an asshole behind me with like fog lights on, and I had to flip my mirror down because I couldn't see shit. And I don't know why my brain was just started going in a bunch of different like directions, but I started thinking about laser pointers, and I started thinking about like, hey, remember when laser pointers were just like suddenly a thing? Like they didn't exist, and then all of a sudden they did.
Interchangeable little like images you could do.
Yeah, and like everybody had them, and you wanted one really badly. I didn't. I wasn't allowed to have one.
I had one.
Jason had one.
My dad thought they were cool, so we had several.
Yeah. Can you believe that my older brother had one and probably rubbed it in my face?
Unbelievable.
But you still have your eyeballs, so
I do.
That's good.
It's true. We lost Chris.
Wait. Oh.
He's gone.
Maybe he went to find a laser pointer.
I hope so. By the way, Angela, we're going on more tangents than normal in this book because, as you can see, nothing's happening.
Yeah, this is a really boring book.
Yeah,
it's
so we're
very boring, and it's quick. I feel like there's not that much left looking at the bar.
Yeah, we got to pad the time out a little bit.
Yeah.
We looked at ourselves in the mirror. Pretty nice! We were ready for a night on the town. Mary-Anne and I went straight to the boardwalk. We ate hamburgers for dinner, which Mary-Anne topped off with a couple of pieces of fudge that we had watched being made. Okay, she ate the fudge after the hamburgers.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, not topping on the hamburgers. Jonathan.
I
That
was
is
like,
what it sounded like.
but I really was thinking like, way to rub it in your diabetic friend's face. Then we
making full eye contact and slowly eating fudge.
like a fudge on a burger. Oh, so good. You can't have it.
It's disgusting.
Then we wandered around. We went to a souvenir stand. Mary-Anne bought Sea City visors to bring back to Kristy and Dawn. I bought Claudia a bright yellow t-shirt. This bitch loves yellow.
Kristy and Dawn, not Claudia.
Kristy and Dawn.
She's going to give two of her friends presents and not the third one.
Wait, no. Mary-Anne bought visors for Kristy and Dawn. Stacy bought Claudia a bright yellow t-shirt.
Okay, I guess.
I don't know.
Wow, does Stacy only own yellow things?
That's what I'm saying. She's obsessed with yellow. It didn't have any words on it, just a hunk surfer. The surfer looked kind of like Scott.
I don't think Claudia would like that.
I don't think Claudia would probably be like, this is, you're terrible at fashion.
Claudia has more creative sensibilities than that.
Yeah. We went to the arcade and played ring toss and penny pitch. What is penny pitch? We didn't win a thing. I swear those games are rigged. Spoiler, they are.
Yeah.
Want to ride the Ferris wheel? Mary-Anne asked as we left the arcade. Sure, I said. We sauntered over to a ticket booth. The guy in the booth winked at us. We are 13. 2 for the Ferris wheel, please, I said. Okay, cutie. He was probably 30.
I'm trying to figure out what penny pitch is.
Penny pitch? Here, you're up. I'll
It looks like you just throw pennies at a board.
Oh.
For points. There's like a grid, a very complicated looking grid.
What? You just throw pennies? Mm-hmm. All right. Wow, remember life before the internet?
Cutie. In Sea City, there were adorable guys everywhere. The view from the Ferris wheel was great. When you reached the top, you were pretty high up, obviously. It's how it fucking works.
No shit.
Below, lights twinkled in the houses along the beach. The moon cut a path of light across the ocean, and the boardwalk looked like a fairyland. I didn't know quite what made me think of it. I don't know why that was hard for me to read. But while we were sitting so high up, gazing down at the lights, I suddenly said, I should buy Scott a present. Humph, was all Mary-Anne replied.
Yeah, me too.
Nevertheless, when the Ferris wheel ride was over, I dragged her in and out of store after store. She waited patiently while I chose, then unchose, a book about shells, and a blue hat for when Scott was sitting in the sun. And while I decided for, then against, having a t-shirt printed up that said, Stacy plus Scott equals love.
Oy.
I just want to go back to, you think he cares about shells enough
You
to
think he's
read a
gonna
book?
read a book, period.
God.
We were passing one of the many candy stores on the boardwalk when suddenly I saw the perfect gift. I ran in and bought it. It cost more than I wanted to spend, but I didn't care. Outside the shop, I showed Mary-Anne the present, a giant red satin heart-shaped box of chocolates.
Jesus Christ.
This'll show him how I feel, don't you think, Mary-Anne? Mary-Anne! Mary-Anne wasn't answering, but she didn't look angry, just preoccupied. I turned in the direction she was gazing. Wait, Stacy, said Mary-Anne. No. But it was too late. I'd seen. Snuggled up on a bench behind me were a girl and a guy. Oh, no. The girl was curvy and gorgeous and at least 18.
Oh, thank God.
God.
Jesus.
The guy was Scott, obviously.
Good.
And they were kissing, obviously.
Yes.
I turned back to Mary-Anne. Guess I won't be needing this, I said. I thrust the satin box at her. Are we going to finish here, or...
No, let's keep going.
Okay.
Ow. You're going to give him a box of chocolates on the beach? That shit's going to melt instantly. He's a lifeguard, you idiot. Think it through.
Stacy, think it through?
No, sorry.
Clearly, you've never been boy crazy.
I've never been diabetic.
That's rude.
I didn't
You take it. You deserve it. You were right all along. Enjoy your prize. I burst into tears. Mary-Anne left the unopened box on a bench. Then she put her arm around me and walked me back to the Pikes.
Aww. Okay.
Take that chocolate. It was expensive.
Right. All right, Chris, you can do this one. Chris, it's your
Chapter 11.
Yes.
Bankruptcy. Sunday night. Dear Dawn.
Every time.
Stacy is still being a pain, but I feel bad for her because she saw Scott kissing another girl, a much older one, and she started to cry. How is California? I miss you. I'm thinking of getting another bikini at this store here called If the Suit Fits. Stacy got another one.
Oh my God, Mary-Anne.
Love, they're the town from Bob's Burgers.
That's a good store name.
Love, Mary-Anne. P.S. Stacy's been dyeing her hair. P.P.S. Destroy this card in California. As bad as Saturday night was, Sunday morning was just awful. How could I go to the beach and face Scott? I decided there was no way. After breakfast, I pulled Mrs. Pike and Mary-Anne aside. I have a headache, I said. Would it be all right if I didn't go to the beach this morning? I'd just like to take it easy. The beach gets so noisy. Of course, darling, said Mrs. Pike sympathetically. Sure, replied Mary-Anne, but up in our room later she said, thanks for sticking me with all the kids again, you bitch. You know last night you dragged me around to about 1 billion stores looking for a present for Scott. Then, when you saw him with that girl, you practically blamed me. You are so rude. The least you could do is apologize, you bitch. I'm sorry. I really am, I said, but Mary-Anne wasn't finished. If you actually had a headache, well, that would be one thing. But it's Scott, isn't it, you bitch? I nodded.
I'm fully on Mary-Anne's side.
Boy, Mary-Anne shook her head. Well, what are you complaining about? I shot back. What was her problem? I'd already apologized, did she?
No, she didn't.
I don't think so. That guy Mother's Helper will be hanging around. So Mother's Helper is not gendered. Right?
Yeah, no. Like they were calling themselves Mother's Helpers. And then when they saw a boy babysitter,
girl mother's helpers.
Right. It's like the default for a mother's helper is a girl, so if it's a guy, you have to...
You're trying to make sense of nonsense.
Somebody's got to try. His name is Alex. He looks like such a nerd. Well, he's not. He's funny and nice, and he's good with kids. Who are those kids anyway? Or shouldn't she know the ones she's babysitting?
I just love that
What?
they're like 13 and she's talking to a 14-year-old boy and she's like, he's so good with kids.
God.
Who are those kids anyway? They're Kenny, Jimmy, and Ellie. Ellie's the baby, and he is a mother's helper, but so what? And don't change the subject. What subject? How you've made me do all the work so far. I have not.
Yes, you have.
So
Yes, you have.
I sighed. I'm really sorry, Mary-Anne, I said as I followed her downstairs. I don't know what else to say. Mary-Anne ignored me. She opened the front door. Come on, kids, she said to the Pikes. Your mom and dad beat us to the beach this morning. The Pikes ran out.
Rude.
They're drunk.
They ran as fast as they
In the
could.
morning,
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be?
for
But
sure.
You have 8 kids.
8 is too many kids.
That's way too many
Who
kids.
are bringing mimosas to the beach.
Yeah.
Just whiskey, straight whiskey.
Mhm.
But Byron immediately came back. Stacy, he asked. Yeah. Can I stay with you this morning? I guess, I replied, but I'm not feeling very well. I just want to rest. I'll rest too, he said quietly. He looked awfully serious.
Aw.
Okay, go tell Mary-Anne so she knows where you are. Byron disappeared. I was kind of glad he wanted to spend the morning with me. As soon as he came back, he said, do you feel like taking a walk, or are you too sick?
No, a walk would be nice, I replied. Then, remembering my quote-unquote headache, I added, as long as we go somewhere quiet. I know somewhere really quiet, said Byron earnestly. Come on.
That sounds disturbing.
I know it does.
It's really creepy.
A
Yeah.
child shouldn't know a place, period.
Nope. No, he shouldn't. And Stacy, he shouldn't know anywhere that she doesn't.
Yeah.
Because she should have been watching him the whole fucking time. I left a note. I left a note for Mary-Anne and the Pikes. Then Byron led me out the back door, down the street, across the main drag, to the end of the street on the other side of town. This is the bay side of Sea City, Byron informed me. Oh, it's like the other...
Bayside is nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I do like spending time on the Bayside.
Is he taking her to, what's that fucking place in Ocean City? That's, with like the swim-up bar?
Oh,
Secrets.
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 Yeah, it's not a swim-up bar. It's a giant cat box
A giant...
that everyone is pissing in.
Oh, yes. Well, yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. He's taking her to Secrets. Is Sea City on an island? I asked this child incredulously. Nope, just a little piece of land that curls into the ocean like a dog's tail. I smiled. That's a very nice way to describe it, I lied. I told Byron. The bay certainly was quiet. The houses there were even closer to the water than they were on the ocean side, but no one was outdoors, and the water was calm, like a big lake. Byron waded out to his knees, shaded his eyes, and said, See? You can see land across the water. That's the rest of New Jersey.
I don't like this creepy voice you're doing. I mean, it's perfect, but it's so creepy.
Yeah. Byron, I exclaimed. You're in the water. Byron looked down. Oh, yeah, he said. Hey, here's a little crab or something.
What
Oops.
the fuck?
There it goes.
What is that voice?
Oh my god, he's terrifying.
The something scuttled away. Go after it, I suggested. Byron shook his head. Byron, I asked, are you afraid of the water? Not exactly. What do you mean? I don't like the waves. They're too rough. And I don't like it when I can't see the bottom.
He's a serial killer.
Yeah, I know.
Thalassophobia.
It sounds so charged.
Oh, I hate every second of this.
It reads charged. So that was why he wouldn't go after
He's like,
the
I
crab.
heard you love age differences.
Oh, God.
You know, if you can't find a man, have you tried raising one?
Wow.
I heard you were looking for a May December romance. Have
And I've already made it clear I like looking at bottoms.
God.
Oh my god, so that was why he wouldn't go after the crab. He just didn't want to wade out any farther. I reached for his hand.
There's no waves in the bay.
I reached for his hand.
All right.
It's really okay, you know, I told him. Holding my hand, we waded out a few more steps. The water was over our knees. This is reading like a meet cute. Am I wrong?
Oh, nope.
No.
No. I hate it.
Stop! Cried Byron suddenly. I can't see the bottom. How do you know we're not on the edge of a cliff or something? I don't, I said. But there's not a good chance of that.
I trust you, Jack.
I swear these sentences are like stacked up in a way that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
You don't.
But there's not a good chance of that. Anyway, if we were, and we stepped down, well, we could just turn around and swim to the shore, couldn't we? Yeah. I'll tell you something, Byron. It's smart to be a little afraid of things. It is.
Especially the ocean.
Yes, and your feelings. Yes, because if you aren't afraid, you might take dangerous chances. But if you're too afraid, then you'll probably miss out on a lot of fun. Byron thought that over. He waited around for a long time, looking for shellfish or for stones to toss. At one point, he said, "Boy, it's hot," and actually ducked under the water briefly. We walked back to the house shortly after noon. Byron had made me feel as calm as the bay water. I decided I could face the beach. After all, Scott didn't know I'd seen him with the other girl, so it would just be a matter of avoiding him.
Scotty doesn't know?
Also, he doesn't matter, and you don't matter to him.
That's
so
true.
you can just pretend you don't know each other, and everything will be the same.
Yes, exactly. I'm just proud of my reference.
I don't even know what that's... I know that's a thing, but I don't know what that's
It's
from.
a song from something. Isn't it?
It's from Euro Trip.
something.
Is it?
Yeah.
I never saw
It's
that.
the open of the movie.
Why do I know that?
I think it's
'Cause
just
it was a
imprinted
very
on all of our
popular movie.
brains.
Yeah,
somehow.
it's just a thing that's in pop culture.
Yeah. While Byron had been sorry.
I expected
You
a
had more
bigger
to say.
reaction, that's all.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Entirely.
While Byron had been thinking and playing, I'd been thinking too, and I'd figured out what had happened with Scott, or at least I thought I had. I decided that Scott really did like me, but just as a friend. Okay, God, I was getting scared for a second. Or maybe even just as a cute kid. He was, as Mary-Anne had pointed out, too old for me. He doesn't like you as a cute kid if he's like, did anyone ever tell you you're beautiful?
Yeah.
No.
Stacy,
Not how
he's
you
a
talk to a
user.
child. He's a user.
He's a user.
Oh, he
You
was
knew
at
what
your
to say
sandwiches.
to get more soda.
Yeah.
The girl I'd seen him with the night before had been much more his age. She was probably his actual girlfriend. I began to feel silly.
And she was probably like, how many children did you con out of sodas and sandwiches today?
Right?
Because they're like a disgusting Bonnie and Clyde.
There's... Yeah. What do you think she does all day that she's conning little boys out of
No.
sodas and sandwiches?
Also a lifeguard.
She's conning old men.
Oh, that makes
No.
way more sense.
That's what's happening.
Yeah,
She
but-
is a bartender at Secrets. And she makes crazy tips.
Yes.
Where am I? I began to feel silly. How could I have thought Scott loved me? Insane. He never kissed me, never
question.
held my hand, never asked me out. He just sent me off to do favors for him.
Yeah.
Still, I couldn't hate him. He'd been nice to me. He was lying to you. We had fun. He'd given me his whistle. I hope this book ends with her humiliating him somehow.
Yeah.
You know how many girls on this beach have whistles?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a box of whistles, Stacy.
They're all just like tweet, tweet, all
Yeah.
down the beach. All the 13-year-olds. I was too embarrassed to hang around him anymore, though. Scott might wonder why I was avoiding him. He won't. Then again, he might not even notice. He won't. Whatever I did probably wouldn't matter anyway, I thought bitterly. It won't.
Jesus Christ.
Do you think they get back to like lifeguard headquarters, like Baywatch HQ at the end of the day, and they're like, "How many whistles did you give out today?"
Yeah,
They
100%.
just got a
12.
free bucket they fill their pockets with before
Yeah.
they go out.
These tourists are so stupid.
It's like beads at Mardi Gras, but for sodas instead of boobs.
Mine's even younger.
It's like kind of wholesome, but not at all.
I know.
No.
Oh,
No.
God.
Those other girls would step right back in and take over. Byron and I returned to the Pikes in time for lunch. When lunch was over, I whispered to him, "Ready for the beach?" He nodded, looking scared but determined, exactly the way I felt. I'm sure he was feeling a little bit differently than you were.
Yeah, a little.
As it turned out,
Maybe he was scared because you whispered at him.
Yeah.
Ready for the beach?
He was like, I was until you whispered.
You little scared shit. As it turned out, I didn't need to be scared. Just as we were heading across the sand, the lifeguard jeep pulled up. Scott jumped off the stand, traded places with another guard who'd been in the jeep, and rode away. The next day, I knew, was his day off. I wouldn't have to worry about him until Tuesday, but I couldn't decide whether to feel glad or let down.
Stacy, you don't have to worry about him ever again. Forever.
Meanwhile, Byron had a terrific afternoon. He waded into the ocean, almost up to his knees. While he couldn't be coaxed out any farther, this was good enough for Adam and Jordan. They could do plenty of splashing and shouting in knee-deep water. I realized how much I'd missed the kids. Because you spent zero fucking time with them. I'd spent so much time thinking about Scott that I hadn't really been with the Pike kids. Even when I'd been around them, I hadn't been with them, if you know what I mean. Yeah, we know.
We
read
fucking
the fucking book.
We are 76% of the way through this book, and you're finally
What else is going to happen?
getting in.
Nothing has happened, so what could happen?
Well,
Byron
yeah,
had
nothing.
shown me that. Mary-Anne seemed to be acting a little more friendly. I wasn't sure why, but it might have been the guy Mother's helper, Alex, or whatever his name was. The two of them were playing with all 11 of the kids.
Holy shit.
Whenever I looked at Mary-Anne, she was beaming. Her happiness must have canceled out some of her bad feelings about me, not like I did anything wrong. I took advantage of her mood to be especially nice to her and to apologize again.
Good.
So, by the end of the day, the triplets were together again, and Mary-Anne and I were together again. But Scott and I had come apart.
Oh. Ba, 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 ba. I have no idea how much of this book is even left. That feels like the end, but there's more.
Those are some dramatic last words.
Yeah. I just want to check real quick.
You were never together, you dumb bitch.
There are
You were a soda delivery system.
4 more chapters. Which is great because we have a whole other episode to do with John Walker. It's just
I can't even imagine. There already was no plot,
Yes.
and now even the little bit of drama there was feels resolved.
I know. I don't know what else could possibly happen.
Maybe what's-his-face will catch a crab.
Oh, yeah.
Is the shark gonna come back?
I don't know.
I feel like there's one useful thing to highlight.
And is that
This
she got
whole
over
thing.
Scott?
She saw him making out with,
Yeah. What?
Good
yeah,
Lord.
Okay. Predictions. What do we think?
Yeah, what was our early predictions?
This is going to be like wild stabs in the dark, but like this really does feel like the end of the book, except there are 4 more chapters. So
I don't think we all had predictions.
yes,
And none of them will be true. I already know none of them will be true.
I don't remember what we said, so read us our predictions.
I said I thought Stacy will pretend to drown, so Scott goes to save her.
Could still happen.
That did. It could, but it probably won't.
Yeah.
Because it feels like she's
over
mostly
him.
over him.
She's over him, yeah.
Chris's prediction was that Mary-Anne gets with the hunk Scott.
Oh.
But she's with Mother Boy
not gonna
helper. Your prediction was that Stacy ends up with Mother Boy helper.
That could happen still.
Is not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's just not going to.
Yeah, I know.
That's what we got. We're all
Angela,
gonna
do you
be
have a
wrong.
prediction for the rest of this book?
Nuclear warfare.
Okay.
I'm writing it down. You never know.
World War III.
Yeah.
What if the next chapter starts with, and then it happened?
War
The
never
playground
changes.
scene from Terminator 2.
Yes!
Everything's just melting.
This is 1987, so it'd be like, who is it? Khrushchev? I don't know. Who is in charge of Soviet Union
think-
in
I don't know
1987?
history.
Khrushchev, I think.
Yeah.
Berlin Wall's still up. Yeah. Yeah, that could
Was
happen.
Red Dawn out yet?
Probably that year, Chris. If not, around that time.
Wolverines.
Yeah.
Submarine could come up. That'd be-
Ooh, in the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's okay. Okay, so it's Red Dawn. But it's just in New Jersey, in the ocean, instead of like whatever the fuck it was, Wisconsin with parachutes.
Yeah.
Have you seen Red Dawn?
No.
And then the Babysitters Club end up
Being the wolf, turning into the Wolverines.
doing guerrilla warfare.
Yeah. Red Dawn is about Soviets.
I didn't ask.
That's my wife.
I think everything we need to know is in the name.
Yeah, I kind of get. I think you've told me about it before.
Harry Dean
Communist
Stanton
America,
gets kidnapped or imprisoned or whatever.
Oh no!
I know. Holy shit! Yeah, That's. Can you write down Red Dawn happens?
Well, I wrote down Angela prediction nuclear warfare.
Right in parentheses Red Dawn.
Okay, all right. Slash Red Dawn.
Red Dawn, but ocean.
If that happens during the last 4 chapters, will you call me?
I'm gonna text you. Yeah.
We'll call you and patch you in while we're recording.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, you will just
actually.
Come in.
If my memory is correct, I believe Red Dawn is the Babysitters Club book where Dawn gets her first period.
Jesus fucking Christ.
There is a Sweet Valley book where one or probably both of them get their first period.
I don't know if that's a good one to read, but
it probably
it's probably
is.
not. It probably is.
Yes.
Oh my
I
god.
wonder how much wrong information's in it.
Oh God, that's a great question.
Oh.
Yeah, we haven't read anything that's like menstruation heavy.
Heavy.
Best avoided. Trust me.
Oh my god.
The book is called Jessica's Secret.
Jessica's Secret?
It's not a secret. 50% of the population.
I know. Yeah, that's the whole problem, Jessica. It's that you think it's a secret.
Jessica feels insecure about being the first of the twins to mature.
Oh, she's
causing
the bad
her
one,
to
right?
act secretive, creating a rift between her and Elizabeth. Yes, she's the bad one.
Creating a rift between her and Elizabeth. Spoiler alert, Jessica. A rift exists from book 1, and you suck.
We should read that book.
We should read that book. Angela, have you ever read A Sweet Valley?
I have not.
They're fucked
Oh
up.
God.
It sounds like it. Wait, are they twins?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're twins.
One's a sociopath.
Yes.
Yeah. And
The
one
other
works
one's
at
a
the school
reporter.
newspaper.
Yeah. One's awesome and normal. One is evil and a sociopath. And the
And
book
gets her period first, apparently.
Yeah.
That's just usually what happens when you have twins. I've heard that.
The books do a lot of heavy lifting to be like, she's fine.
Oh.
She's not evil.
She's just kind of materialistic.
Yeah,
but
she's just
no.
a little shallow.
Wait, which one am I?
Which one are you?
I had a fraternal twin.
Well, you're
Well,
definitely
how
the Elizabeth.
can we know? Well, you killed him, so you're the evil one.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
He let you live.
But he's so
Knife fight
bookish.
in the womb.
He's bookish, but he's the alive one.
I
Yeah,
think
if you hate them, then you're definitely the evil one.
Is
Just
that how it
means
goes?
I won.
Makes sense.
Well,
who do you think would win between Jessica and Elizabeth in a fight to the death? It would be Jessica.
I don't know. I don't
She'd
know.
fight dirty.
She would fight dirty, but Elizabeth is smarter. I think Elizabeth would find a
Well,
way
she
to.
did trick her into getting thrown into the pool.
Yeah,
That is true.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good little switcheroo.
was.
It's a terrible
She
thing
would have
to
a
do
better
with somebody on
plan.
their period. No mean.
Survival of the shittest.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right, well, we should read the Sweet Valley period book sometime soon.
I'm making a note. Sweet Valley book with period is what I wrote down.
Goals and aspirations.
Yeah.
Goals and menstruations.
Angela, what did you think of Babysitters Club?
It's really boring.
Yeah, it is really boring. It's incredibly boring.
Yeah. I don't know why I wasn't allowed to read it because literally nothing happened.
There's no reason why you shouldn't have been allowed to read it.
No. The best part was the little businessman with his dog
Yeah.
Yeah.
in his briefcase.
David Michael.
David Michael.
It is so tame as like a children's book, and like if anything, it's like I feel kind of empowering for like young girls to read because it's like they're entrepreneurs. They're working and shit.
Well, yeah. As
Yeah.
a series overall, yeah.
Yeah.
This book, I think, is just disturbing with the age discrepancy, but it's
Oh,
also
yeah.
not like, I don't know.
Well, this book is
it
trash.
felt really gross, but it's not like they get together and they're excusing it,
Yeah.
but it still is yucky to read.
Was it John Mulaney that said he found out later in life that his babysitter was only like 2 years older than him, and he
Yes.
was like, "That's like having a horse watch
Yes.
a dog."
Yes. Yeah, that's a great joke, but that's yeah.
Well, and that's literally what's happening here because Mallory, I think, is 2 years younger than them.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense.
Which, where is she? I feel like they never mention her.
No, she's barely in this.
Yeah.
She's only shown up to be like, I'm
She's
very
too
capable.
competent.
Yeah. Yeah.
She doesn't matter till she joins the club.
She doesn't need to be sat.
Yeah. She's like a little Mary-Anne.
Yeah. All right. Well,
And the first rule of Babysitters Club is that
don't talk
Kristy's in
about
charge,
Babysitters
and you don't fucking question her.
that's true.
It is true.
That is true. Angela, thank you so much for reading this boring nonsense with us. And
It was. You all were delightful.
thank you. So are you.
We had fun.
You know, it was really fun.
Was a book.
All of us talking about Ocean City.
Yes.
That's the best part of this book.
Yep.
Is there anything you would like to plug for listeners?
Nope.
Okay. Chris, would you like to plug the Sketchy Show?
If you're a fan of the hijinks me and Jonathan and Bekah get up to on this show and some of our recurring guests, then I would like to invite you on an improvisational comedic adventure that we call The Sketchy Show, a Cactus Rodeo production available wherever you get your podcasts.
Thank you. And you can follow this show Below Grade Level on Instagram and TikTok, and you can follow Cactus Rodeo on Facebook and YouTube. I'm excited for this to come out because I feel like the most comments we've ever gotten on our episodes are older baby. We haven't read a Babysitter's Club book in a long time, and people really like I've gotten I think the most comments on older Babysitter's Club episodes. So I'm curious to see what this will if will attract some listeners.
Rabid fandom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's someone that listens to us while they do dishes.
Good. Yes, that's what you should be doing.
That's nice.
Yeah. Well, find out what happens.
You should be doing your dishes.
You should be doing your dishes. Your dirty.
Stay
dirty
tuned for the
dishes.
Red Dawn.
Stay tuned for nuclear holocaust in the
Total
climactic.
atomic annihilation.
That would be so good. Oh man, I know it's not going to happen, but it'd be so funny if it did. Come back next time to find out what happens with boy Crazy Stacy. I was gonna say on Below Grade Level. I've never said that before.
I mean,
Well,
it would have sounded good.
Saying
Next
wasn't better.
I know it wasn't. It was awful. Yeah, I don't know. Listen to us again.
Bye.
Yeah.
This is a terrible outro.
What is
We
happening?
love you. Bye.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Below Grade Level is a Cactus Rodeo production. You can subscribe to and follow Below Grade Level on TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you find podcasts. Contact us at podcast@cactusrodeo.com and discover more of what Cactus Rodeo has to offer on Facebook and YouTube.